Good morning. So, the single biggest obstacle in my mind to successfully teach all children is the need for nurturing. And it's not just nurturing of the student, because we all know that students need to be nurtured not only at school, but also at home, and not just nurturing their minds, but also their bodies. You can't feed the mind unless you feed the body. They kind of go together. But it's also the nurturing of the teacher, which I think sometimes gets overlooked. If you don't help the teacher and provide what they need, um, as far as emotional support, curriculum support, whatever kind of support they need, whatever kind of nurturing they need, then they can't really help nurture the student. You can't get blood from a turnip, and so if you're not providing the support that the teachers need, then they're not going to be able to give the support that the students need. Um, and it's not just curriculum type stuff, which is something that tends to be just thought of when you think, supporting teacher. Oh, okay, I'll give them handouts or whatever. There's a lot of other stuff that goes on there too. I teach students, but I also am a master mentor for my district, and so I'm in charge this year. I'm in charge of 40 teachers and their mentors. So I have 20 people at my school that have never taught before. And so I take care of them, and I take care of the teachers that are helping them to become better teachers. And it's a lot of just being there and talking to them and helping them figure out what their style is and how they can best help students. And being there as a support for them and offering them just a shoulder to cry on or a person to talk to does a lot for teachers. And so I think that's one of the aspects that as a teaching community we're starting to learn more about the need for. It's not just PLCs, let's all plan together. It's actually talking to each other and supporting each other in other ways as well. And the reason why I became a master mentor is because I had a terrible first year teaching. I was literally dumped in a classroom and said, okay, here's a book and here's the 3 classes that you're teaching and go for it. And so then once I got into the public school system and I had a chance to become a mentor, I learned about the program as, oh, look, you can help another teacher become a better teacher, or you can help a teacher that's never taught before learn how to teach. Well, that kind of snowballed into, oh, let's do mentoring and let's learn more about mentoring, and then, oh, let's become a master mentor. And so I just keep going back to school and keep learning more about how to help other teachers out. And by helping the teachers, then you can help the students, because you can't, like I said, you have to have it on both sides. And it's really important that we remember that. So perspective is huge for me, because if you don't understand what the person is using as their focus and their lens, you're not going to be able to figure out where they're coming from. And part of the need for perspective, as far as what we're teaching with students, is you have to show them that there's more than one side to every story. I love playing devil's advocate with my students quite often. We'll talk about a topic, and I will deliberately take the side that I know the students are going to be going, but that's not, and by the time it's over with, they learn that there's always, more than one side to every story. And they had to figure out where they fall in that and what their beliefs are. Because that's what motivates them and drives them to want to learn more. And with the kids I teach, empathy is huge. We just had the hurricane, and 95% of my kids lost their houses or lost their belongings. And we live in I teach in a high poverty type situation anyway. And so empathy and knowing, where they're at and feeling that emotional connection is huge. And a lot of people that come into the school district, into the school, if they're not aware of the situation the kids are in, they don't understand why the kids are going to work rather than coming to school. If you don't understand that the only reason the family gets to have the lights on is because their son skips 6th and 7th period to go to a job that he's actually too young to go to, but he's going to go to anyway because that's how he's going to keep the lights on, then they have no empathy for that. So it's really important that we teach the teachers while we're teaching the students so that they have that connection to each other and they can learn from each other. I have students every day teach me something new. It's part of my, part of what I love about my job. Sometimes it's words in Spanish that I didn't know I really wanted to know, but there's always something there that you can learn from the students. And I think regardless of where you're at and what the situation is with your students, that you have to have a passion to learn not only the content, you have to also have a passion to want to motivate those students to learn, and you have to have a passion for the students themselves, and you have to understand where they're at. As Larry Bell used to say, and my principal that I had would say on a daily basis, even on our worst day, we're still some child's best hope. We have to remember that regardless of the situation that we're in, that there's always a kid that needs whatever support we can give them, and that we have to have the passion and the perspective to not only help them, but also see where their situation is, and to have the empathy to feel that compassion that's needed to help them better their situation and better where they're at, so that they can then move on from that. A lot of people, they want to get out of the situation they're in, so we have to provide them the education and provide them the resources to get where they want to go, so that they can do what they want to. Just because they're, in the situation they're at doesn't mean that's where they want to stay. And that's a misconception I think a lot of people have. So sorry if it kind of babbles. It's been a long day. Thanks. Bye.